Alright. I still forgot to do that. Oh well. Good morning, Mitch Windu and everyone, to the Friday Morning Commute. This is your host, Rovin Doug, or Halo's Ghost, depending on the console that I am playing on. Or how you're finding me. That's always the big thing. How do you find me? Anyways, so this week, what did Xur... Yeah, I know it's upside down. I record it upside down to get the landscape mode so I can edit it for uploading to YouTube's. So, yes, it is the upside down Friday Morning Commute until Periscope fixes their software. Apparently it's an Android-only bug. Go figure. Anyways, so Xur, this week, in lieu of Santa Claus until later in the year, he brings us Helm of Inmost Light for Titans. A lot of light. He brings the Year 2 Celestial Nighthawk. Great helm to have if you're a Golden Gun, I believe. I believe that's the one that does amazing Golden Gun power. For Warlocks, we have the Impossible Machine Gauntlets. Impossibly enough. Then for everyone else, there is an exotic helm engram, so you can get your Year 1 helms and such that way. And then, what is this shenanigans? I don't understand this people sometimes. So exotic helm engram for Year 2 helms, and then for Year 1 legacy primaries, they're selling an exotic legacy exotic primary engram. So any primaries from Year 1 that you need, this will should help you get towards that 100% Year 1 exotic collection completed. Hoopla. Now, on to the Bungie Weekly update. It was very sparse in information, but I think it gave good information as to what we should expect in the next couple of upcoming months. It was nice to hear that there's going to be a use for etheric light and other things in the reef, as well as some other potential awesomeness. Oh, they did mention that Gunsmith will be selling the much needed weapon parts for Glimmer, which I don't know why they didn't do this from the start. Could be because I'm a Scrub Year 1 player and only started in May, and Scrub Year 1 players were always running out of weapon parts, but I was always running out of weapon parts. So it's nice to see that in response to nerfing the drop rate of weapon parts, that they're allowing you a way to supplement them via Glimmer, which for most players who play more than 2 to 3 hours a day, so, total of 14 to 21 hours in a week of playtime, you should be getting enough weapon parts. But if you're not, you can always go buy some from Banshee 44. So that's awesome. Now, as far as Banshee goes, I haven't seen any new rank/time gate quests open up on weapons. He does have some pretty interesting test weapons this week. You've got the Haka Test A auto rifle for the Fallen, killing Fallen. You've got the Haka Test A pulse rifle for crucible kills. You've also got the Haka Test A pulse rifle for precision damage. The Suros TSP-10 pulse rifle for hive kills, and the Suros TSR-10 rocket launcher for crucible kills. And sadly enough, I got burned on the heavy. I still had my Suros TSR-10 from last week, so I don't get to use it. And I won't be able to get a little bit of extra test weapon rankage, but that's what happens whenever you have a a heavy in Crucible, and you always die when you're getting the heavy Kappa. Yes, I die a lot. But it's okay. It's a fun game. I'm enjoying it so far. I would say I'm really excited for an update after Black Ops 3 and Fallout 4 come out and actually get to see what the Bungie live team has in store for us for November and December, seeing as these are both holiday-filled months, so the potential for in-game surprises like the Festival of the Lost is tremendous. Now, I'm seriously debating, because I really want it, and I'm kind of a collector nerd type dude, of spending about $40 and getting 2 of the really large packages of silver to see if I can get a full set of helmets, as well as to get the 3 dances. Even though I'm on the Xbox 360, I have a friend who has an Xbox One that I should be able to get access to before the 9th. This way, I'm able to have all of that savory collector's goodness. That's a very nice angle. I like the sky on the outside. In any case, Year 2 is shaping up to be a very interesting and intriguing year. I'm excited. I want to know when we're going to do challenge mode. I really, really want to know. Or, maybe it's already out there and people just have to figure out how to complete the challenges. And I haven't seen anything distinct. I should go crawl through Luke Smith's Twitter profile to make sure. But it would be a very intriguing thing if challenge mode is already active and we haven't stumbled across it yet. And if it's not, then I'd like to know, when it's going to be released, and if Bungie is going to take the low-hanging fruit and bring challenge modes to Year 1 raids, which I think they could totally do. It would be a great way to add. You could add more Grimoire cards with it. Add more lore tidbits. Maybe you have to kill the Death Singer a specific way, and you get another Toland card, because, let's face it, Toland equals most devious warlock ever. Never trust a warlock. I'm a warlock. So, it'll be interesting for sure to see what the rest of Year 2 brings to the Destiny universe. And this is kind of a side note, but it would be nice if there were some secret surprises or something waiting for the people who had completed the quests with the masks. Now, if there are, I may have a little bit of salt because I've not done any of the quests. However, with that being said, I'm not totally against having some small rewards for people who go out of their way to complete the holiday quests during the time box, and have a small little emblem or shader to say, hey, they did this for 2015. It'd be nice if along the lines of holiday rewards, there's 2 lines of thinking. One is make it unique to that year or a set of years, so that at a glance, oh, hey, this player is wearing this helm. They got that back in 2015. Year 2, the Festival of the Lost. Another way to do it is make it so that all the artifacts are very similar. And not artifacts, but all the rewards are very similar, so that year after year, yes, you're kind of recycling, you're bringing out in new stuff slowly, you're taking out old stuff slowly, but there's a more even spread across the player base, and you just know that that person created or completed the Halloween quests in 1 year. And, you know, if you dug down deep enough, you could say, oh, it was between this year and this year because this one was only in circulation from this year to this year. So it'll be interesting to see a year from now what Bungie is doing with the Festival of the Lost and how it changes as we transition into Destiny Year 3. Now, with that being said, it's my personal opinion that anything last gen, so like Destiny on the Xbox 360 and Destiny on the PS3, should probably be canceled or no longer supported after year 2. And I know you're going, hey, but Doug, you're on Xbox 360. What are you talking about? One of the downsides of technology is backwards compatibility. Especially in corporate environments, you have to keep your software developed at a particular level of compatibility so that everyone in the system can use it. Or you require users to hold on to outdated and virus-prone software in order to run required corporate software. Well, for video games, backward compatibility makes sense up to an extent. And thankfully I'm a part of a technological organization as a software developer where we're always trying to look forward, trying to use the newest and most stable software and technologies for our customers. So it makes sense that at some point we have to say, no, we're not going to support this because it does not allow for you to use our product in the best way possible. So for Destiny, the same thing makes sense. I'm actually really surprised and thankful, don't get me wrong, thankful, that Bungie released Year 2 as a DLC on both Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. I think this was a smart idea because it gives players 2 years in the last-gen console enough time and experience, and hopefully they're thinking forward and saving money to make the upgrade to the Xbox One or the PS4 within the next year or so in order to avoid being dropped as software and hardware requirements change for the video game. One of the things that is going to make Bungie's job easier is by dropping Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 support, moving to Year 3 and beyond. Now, I know you're going, well, why would this make their job easier? Think about it. Currently, they're having to support 4 different code bases. Possibly even 5 or more, because you have the video game itself, software for the video game. So you've got the video games on 4 consoles. And then you've got the back-end servers that are hosting the social spaces, allowing the matchmaking process. You know, matching players with players and telling which console to host the matches. Depending on how that works, you may have 4 different code bases for that. So, all total, at a minimum, you're looking at 5. I'm thinking more like 8, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple pieces of software code base that since I'm not an insider and I don't work at Bungie, that I don't know about. So, I would say about 10 different code bases just to give it a round number, because you also have to think that their engine is a code base that they're having to hold on to and store, as well as any in-house software for rendering and whatnot. If it's in-house built, it shouldn't be. There's enough tools out there that you shouldn't have to be building that stuff, but you never know. Video games are a highly customizable piece of software, and if you build it right, people are going to pay for those customizations. So I would love your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas. Feel free to send me a message on Twitter, or leave a comment in the comment section below. If you are watching this on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining me in my Friday morning commute. This is your host, Rovin Doug. If you like this and you're on Periscope, give me a follow. If you are interested in following me, you can find me on Periscope, Twitter, and twitch.tv, all under the same username, Rovin Doug. And then you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can find it at youtube.com and search for Rovin Doug. I'm the person with the long flowing hair with the blue and green lights going up. So thanks for stopping by again. Thanks for taking your time to watch, and I hope to see you later. Good night, Guardians.